This is Johnson, the Supreme Chancellor of Solace Republic. For those who don't know, last week Saturday, the NRI declared war on Solace Republic. In his initial speech, Halcyon Vasari said that an NRI representative would contact Solace Republic to establish an ROE. During the first week, NRI made no effort to establish any rules of engagement with Solace Republic, so I, Johnson, took it into my hands to contact the NRI about ROE and to hopefully get the war moving and active. After contacting Halcyon Vasari, we agreed that an ROE meeting would be held on Monday, June 12th. Throughout the day, Halcyon Vasari claimed that he had to wait for a guy to get on to record the ROE meeting. After waiting for 2 hours, I asked him for an update on his guy. He did not respond. I saw he was on Halo 5, so I invited him to my party multiple times, in which he did not join. I then sent Vel, the Commandant of the Solace Republic Marine Corps, to get into his party and to tell him to join mine. After a firm order from Vel, Vasari joined my party. Within that time, I attempted to negotiate an ROE with Vasari, but Vasari on multiple accounts went AFC for no apparent reason except for the one time he blew a fuse. These AFC times ranged from 30 minutes to an hour. After 3 hours of Vasari going AFC and not discussing ROE, I left the party. A few hours later, I contacted him about ROE happening the next day, in which he agreed to. Throughout the day, Halcyon Vasari appeared offline, claimed he would be on soon, which he never was, and then stopped responding to my Discord messages. I had to resort to contacting the Chief Foreign Affairs Minister of NRI, Halcyon Metrak, in an attempt to hopefully get ROE set up and to have raids follow that. He then agreed to have an ROE meeting. During the meeting, he stated that NRI was, quote-unquote, losing traction, which is unsurprising. Since I do have a recording of the meeting, I will play the audio of him saying that, so you can see in fact I am telling the truth.
What he's doing so far. I mean, it for me it mainly has to deal with things are kind of slowing down a little bit. We're kind of losing some of our ground, so to speak, but Vasari likes to keep his mouth.
I then had to leave for a few minutes to eat dinner. When I returned, Halcyon Metrak had left the call and claimed he had to do something IRL. At this time, I did not see a problem, and I concluded we would get an ROE going on the next day. I then contacted him about ROE rescheduling, in which he replied that I had to wait for Vasari. This is where I started doubting he got off of something in real life, but rather because he was ordered by Vasari to do so. I then tried to press the fact that I have waited over a week for ROE, and that Vasari was clearly ignoring me. He then states NRI was having ally issues, and essentially NRI was delaying ROE negotiations on purpose. The same day, I tried to press Vasari to do something by telling him I was tired for waiting for NRI to become stable, and that he can either fight Solace Republic, or he can surrender and walk away. At the end of our brief convo, I gave him 3 choices: surrender, keep ignoring me, or man up and fight Solace Republic. After I said that, he did not respond. In an attempt to hopefully understand NRI's situation, and to see what I could do to strike at them rather than just in politics and in a PM chat, I resorted to interviewing a past NRI member. During that night, I also tried to develop plans of resulting to surprise raids against NRI in a hope to push them to negotiating ROE. The next day, I sent Metrak and Vasari a terms of surrender document that stated if they are to surrender, here are our terms. Vasari did not respond, but Metrak did claim NRI is not surrendering. I then said he better hurry up, as I am done for waiting for the ROE to happen. I then resorted to saying, if I must, I will call a war win, and I have enough evidence to back myself up, due to NRI's lack of interest and overall effort in a war they declared. Metrak then said my evidence was false, and that he lied to me about NRI's problems, in which I still do believe those problems were very real ones. I then told him, even if they are lies, it still shows that they resulted to false issues to delay the war effort furthermore. He then said things like, you don't go into a war without a battle plan, and that it could be something else in the works that NRI was doing. I then told him, either way, that it is NRI's fault, for not being prepared and obviously trying to delay the war that they declared. I then gave him and Vasari an ultimatum that they had till Saturday morning to give me their choice, and if their choice is to fight Solace Republic, they have till Saturday night for an ROE to be negotiated with Solace Republic. In that allotted time, the NRI made no attempt to continue the war, so they have forced me and Solace Republic HICOM to make a decision that I am in fact not happy to make at all. Since the NRI is not interested in conducting a war that they declared with Solace Republic, we are pulling out of the war with NRI effective immediately, and this will result in a war win for Solace Republic. Solace Republic war demands have been clear, and most of them will be met by NRI, whether they like it or not. I not only hope this is a learning lesson for the people of NRI, in which hopefully they can see that they should be more prepared for wars, but a lesson to the community. The NRI is not a strong clan, so do not be afraid of them and their allies. They are weak, and they are crumbling, so if you're looking for a time to strike, strike now, and if they ignore you, I hope to God you can surprise rate them. It also should be noted that all the evidence and screenshots that I've collected over this amount of time will be in a Google Drive folder. You can find this in the description below, so if you're more curious about seeing the exact conversations that went on, you can go check that out. I'm Johnson 9562, the Supreme Chancellor of Solace Republic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.